Edition of Women's World. In today's edition of the program, we'll be introducing you to a very interesting Egyptian lady. Her name is the Wanderlust Diver. She was given this title because she travels a lot, she dives a lot, and she dedicated her life actually to this purpose, the purpose of adventure and discovering the whole world. Also, we'll be featuring a report about the great Egyptian actress Samiha Ayoub because she was honored, and the honor was basically that her name was given to the Grand Hall at the National Theatre. And also we'll be taking a look at the press. Stay with us. Welcome back, and the first headline reads, Wafa El-Ayat named Woman of the Year. The General Assembly of Egypt's Women Organization, headed by Manal Isa, held a celebration to honor Mrs. Wafa El-Ayat after she was named Woman of the Year. El-Isa said that Wafa El-Ayat managed to attain many achievements regarding the issue of Egyptian women, and she is constantly working to enhance the status of her society. And I am Ambassador of Goodwill for 2016. The International Peace Center for Human Rights, affiliated to the United Nations, chose TV presenter Dua Amir to be UN Goodwill Ambassador. The center chooses its ambassadors carefully, taking into account that they work in various fields such as arts, literature, music, sports, and media. And Nouf Al-Ammari, first Arab woman to work as program analyst at the United Nations. In less than a month and a half, Nour Al-Ammari found herself in Singapore working as an employee at the International Office for Public Services affiliated to the United Nations. Nouf graduated from the Faculty of Law, Kuwait University, and worked for 11 years in the oil ministry in Kuwait. Welcome back. The lady of the Egyptian theater, or Samiha Ayoub, was honored recently by giving her name to the Grand Hall at the National Theatre. We have a special report in this regard. Let's watch.
Je veux vous dire
أنتم لا تدركون ما أحس به الآن. اسم هذا المسرح في قلبي، فهل يكون اسمي على خشباته؟ هل من الممكن هذا؟ أظنكم تصدقون، أما أنا فأقسم أنني لا أصدق.
effectivement, c'est juste.
Welcome back. As we mentioned earlier, our guest today is an Egyptian girl who dedicated her life and actually her money too to traveling and adventure. She decided to see the world, and she depended on herself in this regard with her personal efforts, her own money, and she wanted to describe what she has seen around the world. And today we are very much delighted to have with us Maha Hassin. Maha, thank you very much for coming today. Now we have your profile, then we'll be right back. Let's watch the profile and get back to you. Welcome back. Now, Maha, before we get into your passion for traveling, adventure, and discovering the world, tell me a little bit about your background. What did you study?
Okay, I've studied business administration. I've graduated in 2008. Ever since I've been working. Actually, ever since I was in college, I've been working till now. I mainly work currently in the marketing field and professional development, professional training field as well. I train graduate students with stuff like soft skills, presentation, marketing, stuff like that.
Okay, and when did exactly your passion for traveling and adventure start?
Okay, I think it started when I started my diving path, because ever since I've started diving, I've started meeting a lot of different people when I was diving here in Egypt, and they've opened my eyes and enlightened me just to go
When and
out
where
there.
did you dive in Egypt?
Okay, I started diving in Egypt in 2013, in May 2013, here in Egypt in Dahab. I've met a lot of foreigners here from different countries like Netherlands, from France, from America, from Australia as well. So they've opened my eyes that there's like a different culture out there, and they like increased my curiosity towards exploring different cultures, seeing different people, seeing different places, stuff like that. So I've started traveling abroad in 2014. It was like a moment thing. I just decided I'm gonna travel, and I've started like organizing everything, and I've traveled in 10 days. I've organized the entire thing in 10 days.
Wow, you got your visas and everything, and you packed?
Yeah.
Okay, what was your first destination?
It was Istanbul in Turkey. I had like a 10 days off between two jobs, so I've decided just to go for it. I've booked the tickets, I've booked the hotel, and I arranged the visa. I planned everywhere I will visit, and I've exchanged money, and all of a sudden I packed and I traveled. But I traveled with my sister.
I was just going to ask you about that. I mean, did you decide to travel alone or with your friends or family? Because this is one of the decisions or the things that we think about before we take the decision to travel. If I want to discover the world, I would rather be by myself, because I don't want anyone to have like different options or desires. I want to be all by myself. But again, for other people, the idea of being alone in a foreign country is a bit scary.
It's not scary, because I've started traveling here in Egypt alone in 2011, but I wanted to share it with my sister, because I love sharing stuff with my siblings, just to let them see other stuff, because I'm the elder.
Yes.
But this thing and this thing, each one has the like pros and cons, because when you travel with someone, they drag you down, they don't like,
yeah, maybe they have just different interests.
Yeah, and they don't have the same pace as you are.
Exactly, yes.
So it's like, they want to sit now. I don't want to sit. I want to continue walking. So that's the dilemma. But when you go there alone, you discover different stuff. You change your schedule. You go to different places. Like for instance, my last trip, I've changed my entire plan just to go to like subscribe in a silver making class. I've discovered while I was walking in the city, I've discovered that they offer silver making class.
Where was that?
In Bali, in Indonesia.
Wow, nice. Okay, tell me a little bit about the countries you've been to.
Okay, let's start from Istanbul in Turkey, Rome in Italy, Barcelona in Spain, Paris in France, Amsterdam in Netherlands, and of course Dubai dozens of times in the United Arab Emirates, and recently Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia and Bali in Indonesia.
That's nice. Okay. You mentioned to me that diving opened your eyes to the fact that there is another world, perhaps another world underwater, and this means that there are various things to see and that we are taking things for granted. I mean, there's a lot of things that we are missing, and that inside Egypt there are a lot of places to discover.
Yeah, that's true, because we have like a hidden gem here in Egypt. Because people come...
I've been to that for the first time just 2 months ago, and I did my first diving course there, and it was amazing. I decided I should go there. And as you said, a lot of people from all over the world, they go there. It's very interesting, and they mingle, and when you're sitting by the beach, you meet people, they come and talk to you. You find people bringing their kids and children like 2 years old or 1 year old, and make them go to the sea to discover the water and the fish, around. So this is the spirit of encouraging people to discover the world, don't you think?
Actually, they completely moved to Dahab. I've met foreigners who moved entirely to Dahab, and they are currently living there.
Yes.
The population there, I think it's like a 50-50, 50 Bedouins and 50 foreigners.
Yes.
And people have decided to give up the civil life and everything and just go for the relaxing, simple life in Dahab.
Exactly.
So it's really, I think I went there for like 15 times up till now, and every time I'm fascinated. It's like the first time for me, and even though I've like dived certain diving spots there for like 7 or 8 times.
You've been to the Blue Hole, of course.
Yeah, I went to the Blue Hole like 8 times or something.
Wasn't it scary for you? Because I've heard about it. I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah, it's scary because it's like when we go out, they tell you, there were 2 sharks there. Where? Where did you see the sharks? Yes. And it's like, I imagine stuff. I imagine like I'm like kicking and the sharks are like swimming down there, and I was like, ugh.
Okay.
I was a bit scared, but actually sharks are really peaceful. They don't attack if you didn't provoke them.
Okay. Now, from each trip that you take, you get to learn something.
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
Okay, let's start with Istanbul. Actually, I've learned that people can recognize that you are Egyptian there, just from how you wear your veil there.
Okay.
Because whenever we went, they're like, Egyptians, Masriin.
And there are a lot of Egyptians there.
And they know us. They know us clearly. In Rome, I've learned that people are really friendly and helpful. They want to like offer whatever they can, even if you didn't ask for it. They just like welcome you warmly. They are exactly like Egyptians, but actually they have the other side that we have, the not pleasant side. Let's not talk about.
Yes. I've seen that side.
Spanish people,
they are really friendly.
They're friendly, but they need an English course.
This is the problem.
Yeah.
And it was really strange for me to go to Spain and find that such a touristic destination. It's a destination for people from around the world, and the people there, they don't speak English.
Yeah, exactly. And they need
maybe
to
Barcelona is one of the best places, but if you go to Costa del Sol, for example, Marbella, Porto Banús, people there, they don't speak English at all.
At all? Actually, I've suffered in Barcelona there because people don't smile, and I was just like, I left Rome with smiling people and friendly and helpful, and I found Spanish people not smiling, not talking English. I was like, what?
Yes.
In Paris, I was shocked because people there are like extra helpful. I was in the metro and they don't have escalators, so you have to drag your entire bags all up the stairs and
Yes.
down and going up and down a lot of times. So I found out someone who's holding my bag and helping me. I was frightened because I thought that
He's robbing you.
Yeah, he's robbing me or something. And I found out that he carried the bag and he left it up there. And I went there, I was shocked. I was completely shocked.
Oh, you followed him as
Yeah, I was following him, but I was tired, so it's like I
So
surrendered to the
just
idea.
take the bag.
Yeah, just take the bag.
Okay.
In Amsterdam, it's like you can walk there and be happy. You don't have to do anything. You just have to like walk around Amsterdam, and you will just like be happy all day because if you're lucky and you went there in the summer, you will find different festivals in the street.
Yes.
So they are welcoming and relaxed, and they literally enjoy life.
Okay.
In Dubai, you cannot not be fascinated by the civilization they live in, or the
Development.
yeah,
and
the development, exactly.
Yes.
Because everyone there, everyone who works there, they just like smiling, welcome you. If you didn't buy anything, they just say, we wish to see you again.
And it's a very cosmopolitan city. You get to see people from around the world.
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Different citizens, different colors, different shapes, different everything.
Indians, British, Egyptians.
Everyone. But actually, a lot of people from Asia. You'll find a lot of Asian people. In Malaysia, you will find a lot of Muslim people. You cannot like go into a metro and it's like two unveiled women and just like dozens of veiled women. I was, what? Okay, I didn't imagine that amount of people. But I didn't spend a lot of time in Kuala Lumpur. In Indonesia, I've discovered that 80% of the income of the entire island only depends on tourism. So they mainly work on customer care and customer service. You are their number one priority. They need to like satisfy you in a way or another, just whatever you need. I remember when I went to a spa, the girl was talking to me. She like talks 2 words and say thank you very much, and then talk again, thank you very much. I didn't say anything, just thank me, come on. It was like extra hospital, come on.
In a confusing way.
Yeah, in a confusing way. I was like, okay, we need that in Egypt.
Okay. One of the things that we think about before we decide to travel somewhere is how we are going to afford the trip. So was it costly for you? Because now young people like your age, they get to find good deals through the internet. I mean, the internet facilitated everything. You get to get some good deals, do everything by your own.
Yeah, actually doing everything by your own, you get to save a lot of money. Because you don't get to pay extra for this and that if you're traveling through, through a company.
Or the agencies.
Yeah, exactly. So first you have to decide your destination and the timing, or you can switch and go for the timing and then the destination, because sometimes the tickets are really expensive. And then you get to like search for a hotel and categorize or put the different categories in front of you. Are you looking for a luxurious hotel or a hostel or just a place to stay? Because it depends on where you want to stay will actually determine how much you will pay. Afterwards, you get to like pick maybe internal or domestic flights, and then you get to pick maybe a train, a bus, because if you treat yourself as a local, then you will save a lot of money. If you treat yourself as a tourist, then you will pay a lot of money.
Yes.
So I always treat myself as maybe in the middle. I didn't go the extreme as a local, but it's like I saved some money just to pamper myself in another way, like
That's
a spa day, something like that.
How did you get the title Wanderlust diver?
Actually, I was searching for something in the middle between diver and the traveler, and I found everything taken. It's either you create a name dedicated to diving or traveling. So I've decided to merge both of them, and it's like I call my page on Facebook the Wanderlust Diver. But actually, I got the title from my family. It's Bint Battuta. Because last year I used to like travel a lot, so whenever my aunt saw me, she was like, so tell us where you've been, Bint Battuta. It's kind of like stuck with me, and I was like,
Yes.
I like the name.
Okay.
So I started calling
It's
myself
great that
Bint
you have the
Battuta.
support of your family, because
Yeah.
this is a blessing. I mean, in an Arab or Egyptian society, girls don't have this much luck when it comes to being independent in traveling and discovering the world. Am I correct?
Yeah, actually, my family are just like any normal parents. They're afraid and they have like concerns and everything, but you have to convince them, you have to show them that you can depend on yourself anywhere. So I think it all started when I started traveling here, and they started trusting that I can handle everything on my own. Afterwards, it took like a lot of time just to convince them, but they have that principle that you should let your kids do whatever they need so they can actually discover and build in themselves, so they can like raise a different generation later on. So if they achieve their dreams, they will teach their kids that they should teach their dreams. It's like not theoretically but practically. They will show them that they've traveled and went and did everything. Actually, my parents freak out every time I travel, but they try to encourage me, because they tell me, if we can't give you this, if we can go like on a family vacation and everything, then we will let you go and discover it on your own.
At least, yes.
Yeah, at least. This is what we can offer you. But at the end of the day, every time I travel, I have to convince them that I'm going to travel. Every time. Mom, I'm traveling. No, you're not.
Malish.
Yeah. No, you're not. No, come on, I'm traveling.
Yes. I mean, this is the mentality that it's difficult to change, but at least when you take it step by step, things start to work out.
I think they got used to it right now, because when my sister and I started like telling them we want to travel, okay, travel.
خلاص.
Yeah, okay, travel. It's
Just
okay. We're used to that.
Okay, now I want to get back to diving. Do you have any ambitions of taking diving into a more professional level?
Actually, 2 years ago, I was thinking about that, about like completely moving to the hub. I was thinking about like...
Do you know that I know many people who think the same way?
Yeah, it's really
And
relaxing.
it's really getting momentum among young girls, young Egyptian girls.
Yeah.
And I found that many girls are thinking of even sharing an apartment there, renting an apartment and sharing an apartment and moving to the hub to do whatever.
Yeah, because here it's really crowded and loud, and it's like, I'm sorry, but I call Cairo the materialistic governor, because it's like...
I mean, it's like any city around the world.
Yeah.
You've been to cities around the world.
Exactly.
Cities are different.
It's really glowy for me, so I'm into like simple life. You get to like go out there in the hub with the flip-flops and pants, fluffy pants, and no makeup on, and you'll feel happy. Here you have to like take care of what you say, what you're wearing, and everything. So there it's really simple. Plus you get to have like a very
relaxing
atmosphere, the sea in front of you every day. And for me, the plus thing is the diving part.
Of course.
Because I get to like dive every day. So I was thinking at a certain point to go and take the the dive master license. It allows me to be a guide there. So this is not the next license. This is it's like the fourth.
Yes.
I took only 2 licenses. So I was thinking about taking it and live there, but according to what I've been hearing
I've just
lately,
taken the introductory, the introduction, and learning the symbols,
up and down.
And that was really interesting for me. I thought maybe I should go there again, maybe I should try it again.
You
It was a bit scary for me in the beginning because I couldn't organize my breathing process. But then when I started seeing, all the colors underwater, things got differently. I got so taken away by the underwater world, and it was really amazing.
It's fascinating because if you've seen like a lot of documentaries and everything, it's like it cannot be compared to the real thing. You go there and you see the different colors, and you're fascinated by how God created all of this, and we have been missing it for a very long time.
Yes.
And we didn't go and explore it.
Well, the truth, Mahsin, I enjoyed very much talking to you. I wish we could have more time to talk, but unfortunately our time is up. I would like to thank you very much again for coming today. Thank you, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us in this edition of Women's World. I'm Hilal Hamileh, and I'll be right back shortly with the Hour's Top Stories. Stay tuned.